Most people live just one unexpected bill away from financial disaster. A car breakdown, a medical emergency, or even a sudden job loss can wipe out your entire savings if you have any at all. The truth is, without an emergency fund, you're not just unprepared, you're vulnerable. Vulnerable to debt, to stress, and to losing control over your life. And in today's unstable economy, that's not just risky, it's dangerous. In this video, you'll learn why building an emergency fund is not optional. It's the foundation of financial freedom. Let's get straight to the point. If you don't have cash set aside for emergencies, you're playing with fire. Life is unpredictable. Emergencies don't ask for permission, they don't wait until you're ready, and they certainly don't care about your paycheck cycle. An emergency fund is your personal insurance, but instead of paying premiums to a company, you're paying yourself. It's cash that you control, available 24/7 without needing to borrow, beg, or panic. The goal, 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in a separate, easily accessible account. Not invested, not in stocks, not locked in crypto, just pure liquid cash. Why? Because when chaos hits, speed and access matter more than returns. Think about this. If your monthly expenses are $2,000, you need at least $6,000 to $12,000 saved. That sounds like a lot. It is, but it's also the difference between surviving stress-free or drowning in debt. Imagine losing your job tomorrow. How long can you survive? A week? 2? Most people have no answer, and that's exactly the problem. Debt is a trap, and emergencies are the trigger. An emergency fund breaks that cycle. It gives you time, space, and power. Power to choose your next move. Power to say no to high-interest credit cards or payday loans. Power to sleep at night without anxiety crushing your chest. Now let's be real, building an emergency fund won't happen overnight. But you don't need to wait until you're rich to start. Start with $1,000, then build up. Save small amounts consistently. Cut expenses, automate transfers, sell junk, do whatever it takes. This is about prioritizing your future self. Stop saying I'll save later. Later becomes never. Emergencies don't wait for later. Some people think having a credit card is enough. It's not. Credit is debt, and debt in an emergency makes everything worse. An emergency fund is freedom money. It gives you control, not a bill. It's the safety net that lets you take risks, pursue opportunities, or just breathe easier. So ask yourself, what's stopping you from saving? Excuses won't protect you, only action will. Start now, start small, but start. Your emergency fund is not just money in the bank, it's peace of mind, it's stability, and it's the first step toward building a life on your terms. Let's talk about what happens when you don't have an emergency fund. One unexpected problem can spiral into a financial nightmare. A $500 car repair becomes a credit card balance. That balance becomes interest, then late fees, then stress. Before you know it, you're working just to catch up, not to move forward. That's not freedom, that's financial slavery. And the worst part, most people accept this as normal. They normalize living paycheck to paycheck. They think everyone's in debt, so it's fine. No, it's not fine. It's dangerous, and you don't have to live like that. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine facing the same emergency, but this time you're prepared. The car breaks down, but you pay for it with your emergency fund. No debt, no stress, problem solved, life continues. That's real power. That's what financial independence feels like. It's not about being rich, it's about having options. An emergency fund also does more than just protect you from bad events. It gives you confidence. It allows you to take smart risks. You can quit a toxic job without fear. You can start a side hustle. You can invest when opportunities come because you're not panicking about survival. Most people stay stuck because they live in constant survival mode. You can't build wealth when you're always reacting to crises. You need stability first, and that's what your emergency fund gives you. Let's address the excuses. I don't make enough money to save. That's false. Saving is a habit, not a number. Even $5 a day adds up. Cancel one subscription. Eat out less. Track every dollar. Your future self will thank you. Discipline today equals freedom tomorrow. Another excuse, I'll save after I pay off my debt. Wrong again. Emergencies will still happen, and if you don't have a buffer, you'll just create more debt. That's why you build a small emergency fund first, then attack debt. It's about balance and protection. You might ask, where do I keep this money? Simple. Open a separate high-yield savings account. Not in your checking account, out of sight, out of mind. This helps you avoid dipping into it for everyday spending. This money is for real emergencies only, not for vacations, not for new gadgets. Only for the unexpected, and here's the truth no one talks about. Peace of mind is priceless. Knowing you're ready for whatever life throws at you is a mental edge. It lowers anxiety. It sharpens your focus. You stop living in fear of what if and start living with confidence in I got this. That's the mindset of a winner. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to start. Build momentum, build your fund, and build a life that's bulletproof to chaos. Emergencies will come, but when they do, you'll be ready. Let's go even deeper. Why do most people avoid building an emergency fund even when they know they should? The answer is simple. Discipline is hard, comfort is easy. We're wired to focus on today's pleasures, not tomorrow's risks. Saving money feels like sacrifice. Spending feels like reward, but this mindset is what keeps people trapped. Modern society doesn't help. Every day, you're bombarded with messages telling you to spend. Buy now. Pay later. YOLO. Treat yourself. The truth is the system profits from your weakness. Credit card companies want you broke. Lenders want you desperate. Marketers want you impulsive. And if you don't fight back, if you don't take control, you become just another statistic, broke, stressed, and stuck. But when you build an emergency fund, you break free from that system. You say, I refuse to be controlled. You shift from being a consumer to a strategist. You think long-term. You stop living for weekend pleasures and start building for lifetime security. That's power. Here's the hard truth. Life will test you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day something will go wrong. Will you be ready or will you panic? An emergency fund is your personal answer to life's chaos. It means when the storm comes, you're calm, you're prepared, you're in control. And let's talk about self-respect. Saving for emergencies isn't just financial, it's emotional. It says, I value myself, I care about my future. I refuse to be caught off guard. Most people treat money as something that happens to them. Winners treat money as something they control. Which one are you? Now, let's get tactical. How do you actually build your fund fast? Start with a 30-day money challenge. Cut all unnecessary spending. Track every dollar. Set a savings target and hit it. Sell unused stuff. Take on a side hustle. Cancel luxuries temporarily. Make sacrifices now for stability later. Also, automate your savings. Don't rely on willpower. Set up an auto transfer on payday. Pay yourself first before you pay bills, before you spend. Even if it's just $50 or $100 per paycheck, it adds up. Small steps create big security, and remember, your emergency fund is just the beginning. Once it's in place, you can move to bigger goals: debt freedom, investing, wealth building. But none of that is safe without your foundation. You wouldn't build a house on sand. Don't build your financial life without an emergency fund. Most people will watch this video, nod, and do nothing. Don't be most people. Be different, be prepared, be disciplined. Start your emergency fund today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Your future self is counting on you. Your peace of mind is worth it. Your freedom depends on it because in the end, it's not just about money. It's about power. Power over your life. Power over your future. Power to live on your own terms.